I didn't think the pain from the shingles rash would affect simple, everyday tasks like bathing, getting dressed, or even walking around. I was wrong. Though not everyone at risk will develop it, 99% of people over the age of 50 already have the virus that causes shingles, and it could reactivate at any time. I developed it, and the blistering rash lasted for weeks. Don't learn the hard way, like I did. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today. Sponsored by GSK.
Hi, Dumpster Divas. Welcome back to another episode of the show. It is me, Tom Hamlet, and I am here to chat Traitors with you all. So happy to be here. I'm trying to stay, present, stay sane. That's appearing to be more difficult than, it seems. So if this is a little deranged today, let it be deranged. Let it be crazy. Let it be kooky, let it be spooky, because it just might be that. The world is maddening, but so is Traitors. And Traitors has been really fun. If you are new to the show, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/dumpsterdivepod. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And also make sure to hit that notification bell. It all helps. That way you also know when an episode's dropping. I do premiere drops there. You can hop in the chat with other Dumpster Divas to chat about the show. And it's a great place to be. The community over there on YouTube is slowly building. And to be honest with you guys, the social media landscape is really dark. A place that feels not so dark is YouTube, because you're kind of curating your own content. You're curating the types of things that you want to watch and listen to, and you're not being bombarded with so much unwanted news, if that's something you're trying to avoid when you open an app. I'm not saying don't consume the news. I'm just saying, like, if you, the hardest part I struggle with is you go in to some of these freaking like apps and you're like, I just want to go see what my friends are doing, and all of a sudden you're seeing just nightmares. So YouTube is pretty good about that. It's a great spot, and also it's a place where, not to get into the nitty-gritty here on content, but it's a place where content creators can actually make money. And I'm trying to make a little more coin here on the show, which let's support that over on the YouTube by literally just subscribing. If you do have $1 to spend, though, I do have a Patreon that stays active just as a means of support for the show. There is some old content on there. You can consume all that. It is just a $1.99 tier. So if you want to support the show some way, actually with your cash dollars, go swing over to Patreon. There's some old content there. And you can subscribe there to support all the production aspects that make this show happen. So today we are chatting Traitors. Later this week, we have an episode with Pet Shop Boy recapping the Summer House Season 10 premiere. We will be exclusively recapping Summer House here on the show. Excuse me. Exclusively recapping Summer House here on the show, as well as another Bravo show probably later on in the mix. Right now, we're wrapping up Traitors in the next couple weeks, and then we will be covering the America's Next Top Model documentary. So, Traitors, ANTM, and Summer House. That's kind of where the rotation is going to be for now. We will return to Housewives, I believe, with Atlanta. Atlanta, I feel like, is on the pipeline pretty soon. I would really like to dive in with those ladies. So, yeah. That's the programming for the recent future, the upcoming future. And there is an episode coming out this week as well, where I rank the first 10 cycles of America's Next Top Model in preparation for this America's Next Top Model documentary. So please go check that out. It'll be out sometime later this week. So a lot to look forward to in this hellscape that we call home. Okay, well, let's get after it. So once again, we are chatting season 4 of Traitors, episode number 7. And, I have something maybe controversial to say. So I don't love when our higher ups claim something is the best best blank ever, or when they make these claims about, like, when Andy will be like, this season is the greatest Housewives season of modern history, and it's like, well, let me decide that. Alan Cumming talked about how this was the greatest episode of Traitors ever, like of all franchises everywhere. He teased that before the episode happened. I do think the episode was quite enjoyable, like top to bottom. I mean, this show is a put my phone away show. Like, I literally am just watching these messy celebs be messy celebs. I have a great time. Was it the greatest episode of reality television of recent memory? I don't know about that, but I had a good time. So the episode opens on, they teased this before, that the traitors, Lisa, Rob, and Candace, are going to have to murder someone in plain sight at the banquet with a cursed amulet. And so before filming, they were all instructed to get these kind of high fashion looks together. Yeah, I want to go through these looks because some were big hits, some were big misses and messes, I have to say. So let's start out with Lisa Rinna. So Lisa is in what I call Lisa Bo Peep. It is give her, what's the shepherd's like stick thing, She needs one of those. The shepherd handlers with the hooks. Wait, if she had one of those, baby, she is ripe for the little Bo Peep opera. Honestly, though, it's a serve. I don't know what designer this is, but I do actually die for it. I think it's really fabulous. And the amulet does kind of go as like a statement piece with it. You didn't really clock that the amulet was, put there by production. So I'm going to give her tens. We're going to do tens and chops. Tens in the ballroom scene. Tens is you move on to the next round. Chop is no, you're out. So next we have Rob Roush. Rob is in this like kind of aprony, like corsetry almost. Like it looks like a bodice that doesn't have the actual corsetry built within it. Honestly, it's a 10 for me. This is really cute. I would wear this. I actually want to find out what designer this is because I would like to buy a knockoff of it on Sheen for maybe $5, and then it'll probably light on fire the second I come near a flame. This would be really cute for Donnie's birthday. I don't know if you guys know, but we're going to play Big Brother with Donnie and Chelsea and my sister and Kendrick and 40 other people in a mansion in a month. We're all going to a mansion to play Big Brother. People will be voted out. There will be a reunion. It's going to be epic. So I need this because we need a reunion outfit. I feel like this would be a cute look. Next, we have Candiace, Candace, as you know her. She is in this kind of almost tie head, like, like traditional tie, like, what's it called? What's the word? Like whatever the get up that you get into when you're gonna do like a traditional Thai dance or things like that. Like this feels like that. I'm not starting to say she's appropriating anything. It's more just like that. It's kind of in the spirit of that. It appears this headdress has like knives and snakes on it. I don't know about this. She's a little too small to wear such large things. She's so baby sized. So for me, this is a chop. Maura Higgins, I mean, tens. What more can you say? It's like this kind of like structured metallic body under like the like corsetry that's over this gown with this hat. I mean, she looks cunt. She looks cunt to the feminine. What? Cunt. Tens, Maura. Stephen Coletti, he tried something. It's a chop, but he's cute. I mean, he's cute. I mean, he's hot. Natalie Anderson. Natalie, no. Now, I'm a Natalie fan, but this look is a chop. It's like chainmail with a skirt with some berries. Are those berries? It's a chop. Tara Lipinski looking like she's going to her next door neighbor's New Year's Eve party. It's a chop. Kristen Kitsch is. This is it. Okay, so I am actually. I'm not gonna say like friends because we haven't chatted in a minute, but we have mutual friends, and she used to take my classes when I was a spin instructor, and I also trained her to be a spin instructor. Her name is Charlotte. She's Kristen's stylist. I don't know if Charlotte styled Kristen for all of Traitors. Kristen's looks for Traitors have been really good. This feels like a miss to me. It just doesn't really feel like Kristen Kitsch. It almost feels like lesbian mother of the bride. Like you have two moms and one's the butch mom, one's the femme mom, and they show up to your wedding in like one's in the gown and the other one's in this. Is that mean? I don't think it's mean. I mean, I would love to have a lesbian mom. I mean, shout out to my mom, but it's a chop, Kristen. I don't love it. Jam Jam in this white suit with this like pink. So this looked really good on TV. This photograph of it is a little wonky to me, but I actually really liked it on the show. So shout out to Jam Jam. Also, by the way, I'm putting these photos in the video, obviously, so you guys can look at them. Okay, next we have Johnny Weir. Johnny Weir is always in some sort of structured faggotry. Would I wear this? No. There are elements of it that are really cute. I'm going to give it a chop, but But it is pretty. But it's just there's something off. There's something off about it. I wish that he dabbled more in less form-fitting things. I think he's like very beholden to the millennial urge to have everything just absolutely stick to your skin in terms of clothing. Like he's trying with these pants, they're like a little billowy, but like the top is so tight. Like I just think there's room to breathe. So Mark Ballas looks like the theater teacher chaperoning the prom. And, you know, there are aspects of it that are kind of cute. I don't see it for him, though, so it's a chop. Dorinda Medley in a maroon sequined... We're also venturing into Mother of the Bride again with a massive flower, like a fake sequined fabric flower and a gold shawl.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kan du norsk?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Chop. Oh God! And then we have Colton Underwood, in which people have found online, an Amazon pearl necklace. Now that is not a euphemism. No one from Amazon jizzed on Colton, but it is a literal pearl like chest piece from Amazon. I saw someone post the link, the literal link. And then for some reason he decided to put like this like headpiece on with it, all under a suit. This is the chop of all chops. In the great spirit of fashion photo review, I'm going to have to give the top salute of the week to, I'm going to go Maura Higgins. Maura Higgins looks absolutely chic. She just, whoever styles her knows exactly what they're doing, and she's never overstyled. Like I think there's some people that would put on more jewelry, more necklaces or things. She's literally just wearing one bracelet and very small earrings, but then letting the metallic bodice as well as this hat do all the work for her. I really gag over this. So well, our fashion segment of the week is over, and now let's get into the episode. So they head over to the banquet. The banquet, it just looks like they're about to have a nice dinner, and then of course Alan comes in and is like, "Hey divas, the traitor did murder someone here, so that's gonna happen here in a second." And so then he comes out with these 2 potions, and they have to kind of decide who is going to take the antidotes based on who they think were targets of murder. Now, these faithfuls are so misguided, I have to say. They are so misguided, and I actually but I actually think it was a mistake on the traitors to give this power of murdering in plain sight to Lisa Rinna. Eyes were already on her, so I'm curious as to why they thought it was a good idea to like make it more obvious. She's also in like the most extra of all the garbs. She really is, all eyes are on her. No one would have ever clocked if Rob had it on, his corsetry, or if Candace had it on and like gave someone a hug. All they had to do was just touch it. They didn't have to like wear it. All they had to do was touch it. So at first, you know, the antidotes are going around, and someone who came out of the woodwork as fighting for their goddamn life in a way that was very jarring to me, because I am a super fan of this person, and this was not in character with who they are in these games, was Natalie. She was so like, I'm going to be murdered. I need the antidote. I'm going to be murdered. I know it. I'm like, girl, you have not been on anyone's lips. Granted, she would not have known that, but like, why are you coming in so hot? This just is not like the game she plays on Survivor at all. So I found this to be very out of character for her. I don't know if it was just a long day and she was genuinely so scared that she was going to get killed. But she ends up convincing everyone to take one of the antidotes. And then the other antidote, I think, was Kristen, right? I didn't write that down. Where? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't write that down. I think it was Kristen that took the other antidote. But then we do come to learn that the murder happened to Jam Jam. Now, let's talk about something that has taken the internet up in flames. Jam Jam, when Alan says, Jam Jam, you are the one that's been murdered. When they had started the discussions, he said under his breath, like, I think Lisa kissed me. Like, I think it's Lisa. But then never really made a big scene about it. And then he gets murdered. And after the murder, he says, Lisa, it's Lisa, it's Lisa. Now, so people online are saying that he cheated because whenever someone gets murdered, they don't get to have like a last word. They just are murdered in their sleep. Now, no one's really ever been murdered so publicly. Like people have gotten murdered in the coffins before, in the caskets, and like the casket just closes, and I guess they could scream something, but it doesn't feel as public as this. This is like they're literally just sitting and they're like, okay, you just got killed. So maybe they didn't quite know how to explain to them what they could and couldn't say. I am team this is cheating. Like, I think that I don't think Jam Jam should have been allowed to say that. I don't know how you do a reset on the game, to be honest. Like, he said it, so there's nothing you can do. But I do think that this was not a good look. And it only made everyone vote Lisa more, when in reality, I don't know that they would have voted her out. I think they would have put more votes on to Colton at that round table. No one likes him. Like, I think they would have put votes on him. And, you know, I don't know. It is what it is. Lisa had a great run on this show, so it doesn't really matter in the long, end of it all. But like, I do think it was kind of cheating. So, the next morning, everyone comes into breakfast. Obviously, no one got murdered. Like, another murder that night. So they all go in, and the breakfast starts this time with the group of traitors together, and the traitors are chatting about how, like, they're just talking about all their drama. They're like, why did you throw me under the bus at the round table the day before? Because they haven't got to meet yet. Why did, like, you put any energy on me at the table? Like, all this stuff. And the tides are turning, and Rob is so Rob put a vote on Lisa at that last round table. Now I think that made sense. Only because I said this last recap, but I just want to reiterate it again. If he had not put Lisa's name down, it does make him look suspicious, because, like, why is he not voting with the house? Like, why is he all of his buddies are all in on Lisa, and he's the one being like, I just don't want to put a vote on her. It does make it look like something that no one else knows. I get why he did it. Was it the best game move? I don't know, but I do understand why he did it, and I think they're being a little too hard on him for that. In reality, they should just murder Colton. They should have murdered Colton a long time ago, and they don't know how to get themselves out of this mess. So that's generally what they're talking about. But then everyone comes in, and then we head off to the challenge. The challenge this time is like you have to collect money hiking up a hill and then throw it into like a little box. And then whoever has the most money in their box gets this dagger where you get to vote twice. So you get 2 votes at a round table. Now, everyone who has money in their boxes, though, they do get to be in the running for the dagger if they can trick the traitor. So, or not the traitor, trick the person who got the dagger. So Rob gets the most money, so he gets the dagger, and they do this. Oh, sorry, he gets the most money, and he gets to pick who has the dagger, and he susses out that Natalie is lying, and she did have the dagger in her box, and so he takes the dagger from her, and Rob really is creating a perfect game here. He's creating a Suri level game. I'm being serious. I think he's doing a great job. I'm not a Rob. I am like a very neutral Rob person. I really liked him on on Love Island as TV. I don't think I wanted to be buddies with him. On this, he seems delightful to me, very nice. And I think he's playing a great game. Once again, the celebrity versions of Traitors, the problem with it is all of the fandoms, and I'm talking to y'all and myself, is like we're going into this already invested in a small group of these people, being like, no one can touch them, no one can come near them. And it's like, well, it is a game. And in any other version, when there are people that you don't know, you're not as invested in who stays and who goes. You just go genuinely off of like gameplay. You're like, well, that game didn't make sense. That game did. That was a blindside. This was that. The fans are not coming at this show objectively at all. And so it's creating this bizarre discourse online where people are like, they're like, Rob is playing the worst game in the world. Candace is playing the worst game in the world. I'm like, y'all, shut up. It's a game. How would you have played the game? You're just invested because you want to see your friends stay on the show. And once again, they're not your friends. But like, it's a bummer. It was a bummer when Monet went home. I know Monet a little bit, like in the real world. And like, I would have loved to have seen her continue to play on the show. She's one of my favorite drag queens of all time. Like, and she's a great game player. She practices these types of games like in her real life. Like, she would have crushed the show. But like, I'm not losing sleep over the fact that she's not there anymore. It's a game. It was bound to happen. She was bound to go. Only 1 to 3 people can win this game. And if you're a faithful, it's so hard to get there. So I don't know, y'all. I think everyone is so down. They're either all in on Rob Or they're like, Rob is the worst. Rob is this. Rob is that. I'm like, you're just mad that Rob got Lisa Rinna out. You're not mad that Rob played a different game. It's like, welcome to games. So people are just stressing me out online lately. I'm like, y'all, it's a game show. Someone will fuck up in the game. Someone has to win the game. It's never going to go exactly how you want it to, you know? We were all sad when Phaedra left, but unfortunately, her gameplay started to suck towards the end of that season. So yeah, what am I saying? Not Ron. Rob gets the dagger, and he's kind of creating this coalition to take Lisa Rinna out, which is pretty bold. I don't know if I would support traitor on traitor crime if I was in the house and was a traitor. But he's playing a really honest game, and you really don't, even as a viewer who knows he's a traitor, you don't suspect he's a traitor. That's the point of the game, and he's acing that. Same with Candace. You don't suspect she's a traitor either. So like, they're really crushing it. We get to the round table, and we start going at each other. And I was hoping that Lisa Rinna was going to come correct with some sort of like, were people doing coke in your bathroom? Like I was waiting for like a big moment. She kind of didn't have anything to say anymore because she clearly was backed into a corner, and I don't really know what else she could say. The only thing, and this was a valid argument, and I think it's going to be a problem for her next week. Natalie did say to Tara and Lisa, when we killed so-and-so, when we killed, I can't remember which person she was talking about, but that never goes well when you have those slip ups. Portia went home because of it, and Lisa did bring that up, and it's definitely something as a faithful that they should be concerned about. Like, you would be stupid not to be concerned about someone using that phrasing when it comes to a murder. So I think that Natalie should be scared, and I think that was a valid thing for Lisa Rinna to bring up at the table. But alas, Lisa does get enough votes to go home. But one little twist is that Candace is like, I can't wholeheartedly vote for Lisa. I don't think she's a traitor. And I also can't wholeheartedly vote for Natalie because I don't think she's a traitor. So I'm going to vote for Rob. That was interesting. Now, this is another thing online where people are like, they're like, you tanked your game. And I'm like, I don't know that she did. She definitely is going to have to do some work to get out of it. But to be honest, I think that there's some good strategy in it where it's like, it does put eyes on Rob. Like, now, once your name goes onto the table, it's rare that it gets removed from the table. It's very rare that someone's name is constantly thrown out and then just stops getting thrown out. Like, his name is now on the table. It's likely that he's going to get called in again. So I think it's smart because Candace's name has not been thrown out at all. So now Rob is the second traitor whose name is being put on the table, and Candace is still the one that has nothing on her. It's going to create some form of conversations around Rob, which I think is, if that's the game you want to play, where you want to get out another traitor, I mean, go for it. I do think, though, y'all, they didn't tease this in the next episode, but I don't see a world in which this couldn't be the case. They're going to recruit another traitor. We have 2 traitors now. They are going to want a third. Unless it's the very, very, very end of the game, I don't think they ever let there be more than, less than 3. So they're going to need another traitor. It's going to be interesting to me to see who Rob and Candace want to recruit. I think the smartest recruitment option would be 2 people. Mark Ballas or Tara Lipinski. No one's eyes are on them at all. At all. It would be genius to bring one of them into the mix. There is no world in which people would think Tara Lipinski was a traitor. Mark Ballas has, I think, been a pretty consummate faithful. So like, I think he'd be a great option as well. Now, online, Kristen Kitsch keeps posting every week, like, I'm really not edited into this show at all, but little do you know, here are some things that were going on that you're not seeing. And one of the big things was that her and Mark Ballas had become like best friends in the game, and they had a whole strategy. They had all these things that they were working on. And I guess she's like confused at why it hasn't played out yet. It makes me think that the two of them go until the end, and some stories are about to come to light, because in the back half of the season, we have kind of gotten rid of most of our stars. And now we have the only stars we have left really are Rob, Candace, and
You're juggling a lot, but you can still squeeze in a financial plan. With the Northwestern Mutual Financial Advisor as your partner, it's not only possible, it's personalized. So if you're tying the knot, closing on a house, or welcoming a little one, you'll be ready for whatever life tosses your way. It's the right time to feel less stressed and more certain. That's a better way to money. Let's get started at nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Kaylee Cuoco and Sam Claflin star in the MGM Plus original series, Vanished. When the man Alice loves disappears on a train to the south of France, every romantic memory becomes evidence. Every intimate detail, a potential threat. She thought she knew everything about him, but she may not even know his real name. New episode Sunday on MGM Plus. Finding the truth is a dangerous affair.
I don't even think Dorinda's a star these days. Maybe like Johnny Weir. I'm liking Johnny Weir a lot, but like we've lost a lot of that like star quality that we're leaning on for the edit. I think we might start leaning on real gameplay, and I think there's a game being played by some of these faithfuls that I'm hoping we get to see a lot more of in the back half of this series. I do think there's 10 episodes or 11 episodes, and then the 12th episode is a reunion. So we still have a bit more to go. I mean, we still have, I think, at least 4 more episodes of core gameplay. But that is, so Lisa, I said this before, but Lisa Rinna goes home. They kind of do their debrief after, and it's unclear about who it's going to be on next, but we get this teaser that Rob and Candace are down each other's throats in the turret. So let me know who you guys think is going to be recruited to be a traitor, because once again, that's likely going to happen. And let me know what you think about people's gameplays. I'm very curious. Comment on Spotify. You can leave comments there or on the YouTube, and let me know your thoughts. Well, be nice, please. People on Threads are crazy about this goddamn show. I feel like the woman on Kristen, what's her last name? On Sex and the City, not Charlotte. On the woman who's like, no one wants to have fun anymore. And then she falls out the window. That's how I feel about watching this show. Like, y'all, it's a stupid game show. It's fun. Colton is a stalker still. But besides that, yeah, like, let everyone be who they want to be. It's a game. We don't forget about people's real lives. It's just a game we're playing, except that Colton was a stalker. No, so I'm having a blast with this season, I have to say. So I am going to let you guys go now, though. I hope everyone has a fabulous week. And though we are trapped in hell and the horrors persist, I'm here to make you laugh. In the words of the great Stacey Rush via Maya Angelou, still I rise. Make sure to follow me at the Tom Hamlet on Instagram. You can follow me at Dumpster Dive, youtube.com/Dumpster Dive Pod on YouTube. And subscribe everywhere podcasts are heard to hear this very show that you are listening to as we speak. Please come back. I love you. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.